'06 Chevy Equinox lower control arm replacement. Remove the wheel. I'm using the lift, but you could use a jack and jack stands to complete this job. Take out the axle nut. Take out the outer tie rod and the 2 bolts on the struts. Take those out. We got the axle nut loose. We made sure the axle pushes in and out. Tie rod is loose, moves up and down, and we got the strut bolts out. You can completely remove this. You can completely remove this. You can pull the knuckle out of the strut, and you can take the CV axle out. We're taking the CV axle out because we don't want to use a wrench on that nut. We're just going to take the CV axle out. Hopefully we can put a socket on it and just zip it out. You got a cotter pin. Remove the cotter pin before removing the nut that's on the lower ball joint. Using a hammer, smack the spindle or the lower control arm to free the control arm ball joint out of the knuckle. Remove the 2 nuts and bolts on this part of the control arm, and you got 1 on the side. Using an 18 socket and ratchet up top and a 15 at the bottom to remove this control arm nut and bolt. Using an 18 wrench on one side and a 21 socket with a breaker bar to get the other part of the control arm loose. Once you get your lower control arm bolts in, you can go ahead and feed the CV axle back in, put the lower ball joint in, tighten up your strut. Sometimes these come unloosened already from the dealer, so make sure you tighten that up. CV axle is in, lower ball joint is in, but you cannot get a ratchet on it, so you're gonna have to use a wrench and pray to God that it don't spin on you. Now you can take your tie rod in, put it back in the knuckle, put the bolt on, the nut on, tighten it up. Tighten up your strut bolts, tighten up your axle, and you're done.
See, I was like,
just make sure you don't forget that nut there, which I have to do right now.